what's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. So as most of you guys know, I am working on this really smashed up 2024 GMC Denali, and since it is a lot of work, let's not talk about it and get right to it. Here we have a 2024 GMC Denali. Right off the bat, you can see the apron is crunched right there a little bit. This is not everything, guys. There's a whole nother can of worms over here. Check that out. It's the A-pillar, door post, whatever this thing's called. So the whole thing has been pushed in, and look at that, the firewall as well. That's a bummer, but you know what? That's why we're here. That's why we get paid the big bucks. So we need to get this thing pulled out and get it right and get it back on the road in no time at all. Also, check this out, guys. I modified some small truck clamps to work with the big truck, and I do not have to use the wood anymore, which is really nice because I hate using the wood. But I've got it set up really nice here, and it's holding that frame really good. And right here, we also have it set up without wood as well. And I love this setup as well because it's all very solid and nothing's going to move. And if you look close enough, you will see that that is a receiver that is receiving the receiver, and we are not damaging the receiver. Also, since the receiver is too long and it's hanging over the back of the frame, we cannot hook to it. So that is just a little, you know, trick or technique or whatever you want to call it, but everything's ready to pull. So we're going to put a little tug on it, get that thing cut off, and start working on this door pillar. Is exactly where it needs to be, and look at that, it just hand tightens right in, super easy. And that was one pull, one hook. So right here was a good spot. As you can see, nice and thick. It bent a little bit, but that's not a big deal. First of all, we are throwing this piece away, but look at that, you can't even tell. If you wanted to, you could save this. Honestly, if it was my truck, I would save it. Good as new. I mean, I don't see any reason to replace that, but the customer wants to replace it, so we are going to replace it. I'm not going to argue. Right in the center. Also right in the center. Okay, we're good. I'm gonna start cutting it. We need to make that firewall look like it's never been touched before without replacing it. So the only way to do that is to spend a little more time over here and get this pulled out real nice. The cab itself is actually a little bit over. That's the first telltale sign right there. And then the roof is buckled as well. So we'll see what happens. Look at that transformation. Now, right now it is under a bit of tension because I am hammering everything out and dollying everything. But man, look at that. That huge bulge that was right here disappeared, and that huge valley that was there is gone. So what we are doing, we are basically slowly bringing this up and bringing this down. And while this is getting all pulled out, I'm straightening all this out, and it's looking really good. Look at that, guys. I think we're gonna save it. I really think we are going to save this firewall, and it's not going to look half bad. Just like that, I got the pillar all straightened out. And guys, look at that. If you really wanted to, you could have saved all of this and put the truck all back together for, you know, a fraction of the price. I just ripped the entire door pillar off of the Denali, and Dad has asked me for my help, and I am going to help him out real quick. As you can see, we have some wiring situation going on here. And basically what happened is he is missing a ground, and it turns out that this ground right here was rotted off. So I need to press this new ground fitting onto this wire, and to do that, I'm going to use this hydraulic press that I got off of Temu. This thing is actually really cool, and it can squeeze the wire super hard. So we're gonna install that real quick and get back to work. Oh, she's working. She's working. Just like that, we have a nice solid connection for our ground. Now I need to just put some shrink wrap tubing over that, and we will connect it to this little area that we cleaned off, and everything should be good. Pops, $1,000 if you can rip it off with your hands.
Okay. Oh, it's strong.
Looks good, yeah? Got the interior panel welded into place, and I went ahead and sprayed the inside with some primer and some of that OEM paint coloring that sort of kind of matches the factory finish that they have here under the hood. Everything's looking good here, and now that we have everything sprayed in, we can go ahead and apply our panel bond and our middle and outer sections here. As you can see, I've got the copper weld through primer sprayed in real nice on all the weld areas, and we've got a little paint and primer in there. Everything's been done with 3 coats. Check it out, guys. The Denali is all back together and the framework is complete. And I am very happy with how everything turned out. All the gaps look really good. Everything is fitting up and bolted on. All the doors and gaps and fenders and everything looks factory original. Grill and the headlights fit really nice. Let's check out these gaps up here. Look at that, guys. Factory original gaps. Factory original, of course. You know where you at, boy. Do you know where you at? They might be a little tight, but I always make them a little tight because you can always make them a little wider later. But we've got everything welded up. We've got everything cleaned up. Might be some dollying to do here and there, but that's the body guy's job. I'm just the frame man on this operation. But guys, look at this door. Everything lined up beautifully, perfectly. All the gaps are 100% factory original looking, or probably even better. I don't know, maybe worse. Definitely worse, but I don't know if you guys remember, there was no gap here. Got that gap going there. Everything's looking good. Let's check out the inside. That's gonna be it for this video, guys, and I want to apologize for slacking as far as posting videos goes. I've been kind of through a hard last couple of months. You know, I lost my partner and painter, I lost my cat, I lost my grandmother, I lost my wallet. But it's life. So you got to get over it and, you know, cry a river and build a bridge and cross it. But I'm gonna try to get it back out here and post more. I did hire a body man. I've got Pops working for me, and I'm a little bit overwhelmed by everything at the moment, but I promise you guys I will be back. I'm actually cutting the car in half right there, so that's pretty cool. But have a ton of work, and I'm juggling so many different things, and it's very hard, and I have to prioritize. And I love you guys and everybody that has been commenting on Ben's videos and Mark's videos, asking about me. Love you guys so much. Thank you for thinking about me, and I will be back, I promise.